Yes, Zaga, Yaga, you know the vibes. You rocking over your truly Showtime Sizzle. Shine News, I am the source. Still battling a little ailments, but yo, the show must go on, right? So let's get it. We're gonna go with the Purple City Bird Gang today. Damn. Let's see what I titled this. Fights that we need to see in 2023, other than Spence Crawford. I just feel like the whole overall climate um, when it comes to those two guys now, right, is somewhat oversaturated, man. Like I just feel like so many YouTube content creators and fans of the sport talk about that fight so much, been talking about it, but it hasn't come to fruition. And I think now it's at the stage where we done talked about it, talked about it, talked about it, right? And blame this side and this side. The fight has like really lost its taste, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say you could overcook food? That's what this, always talking about this fight is now. It's like overcooked food to the point where that's why I said I feel like I want to discuss other fights right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you got you got fights that can be made right now, real fights. Other than like I said, you see my title, man. Other than Spence Crawford, I'm gonna give it a chance to warm up a little bit. Then I'm gonna go in on some of the fights that I want to see. So first, let me go blow my nose. All right, I'm back on deck. Back on deck. Now, listen. When you talk about big fights, right? Big fights in boxing. I know everybody on YouTube, right? Especially the YTC content creators, they want to push the narrative, right? That Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is the biggest fight in boxing to be made. It's not. The biggest fight in boxing to be made, to be honest with you, right now, is Usyk Tyson Fury. And that's no shot at Spence and Crawford. Heavyweights is big business. So you take all your feelings out and think about the business of boxing. Heavyweights is big business. That is the biggest fight to be made. That is the first fight as I start this new chapter, 2023 lives and discussing boxing. That is one of the first fights that I want to see. That is probably the biggest fight in boxing. The big boys, the heavyweights. Later for Spence Crawford fight. Yeah, we want to see that. We've been wanting to see that, but the industry is telling us the money's not there. It's not that big of a fight. But like I said, Usyk, Fury, big business, big fight. You know. So the sport goes with the heavyweights. You know. Shout out to Al Money in the building. Shout out to my guy Ron the Dawn, Ron the King's Boxing. So I'm just gonna run down some of these fights that I would like to see in 2023, other than uh, and sticking to the heavyweights, right? sticking to the heavyweights. Even though this fight kind of reminds me of a Spence Crawford fight because it should have happened many eons ago, moons ago. Rest in peace to Guru. I just used one of bars, eons. Um, Wilder Joshua, man. You know, they should have made that fight many years ago before both of them caught L's. You know, multiple L's now. But I still would like to see that fight in 2023. It's heavyweights. Big business. See, I'm gonna move down the weight classes. That's a big listen. I believe, and I know y'all gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I believe Wilder can get one of his biggest paydays fighting Anthony Joshua because listen, we all know those guys over there. When I say those guys, I'm talking about like the Usyks, the Joshuas, the Furies. They're seeing big dollars. Appreciate that Al Money with the $2 super sticker, man. Always showing love to the content, man. Appreciate you, my God. Well, I see you got the Michigan, what's the name? They call it a bad break. This past, what was that? Saturday night. See, traveling yesterday got me all discombobulated, man. You know, today is our highway. I mean, yeah, holiday highway for the highway. But I was on the road yesterday, boxing business, man. So this is some of the things that you don't see in boxing when you got to go travel for sparring 3.5 hours, and you know that's another 3 hours back. Going up there was good because I guess everybody was still hung over and partied out. It was smooth sailing getting there. 3 hours. Coming back, that's when we hit this traffic, especially touching back down in the city. Another fight, yes. I think, here, let me get Ron's comment up there. I'll address that, Ron. You know, Ron says, I think Jared Anderson's going to take his chance in the UK this year. Why not? It's big money over there. Very big money, and he's lucrative. And I don't know if you've seen Ron, Bob Arum and them are ready to, you know, roll the dice with him. You know, he's marketable. He has a skill set. I'm gonna try to get his coach on. Coach Riley's my guy, and K Karambet, but definitely Coach Riley. That's my guy. That Darrell Riley, Darrell Riley. Yeah, TCU pulled it off, man. Al, TCU pulled it off. I just think like this: if I was, you know, because we got a big heavyweight fight coming up, right? Trying to get this orange juice and Seymour send me, man. I gotta break this shit, man. Um, but I say, uh, next, not this Saturday. This Saturday is Tank Davis, but the following Saturday you got FA and Big Shot Shaw, right? At the Turner Points Casino, it's gonna be so cold up there, freezing, right? But I know that's a fight that people have been talking about on the YTC for a while is Big Shot and Jared Anderson. It may be a little too early, but you know nothing's never too early in boxing. But I say this from I probably his manager because Big Shot is moved by Split T, David McWaters. I don't think they would risk it yet, you know, because you know heavyweights is big business, man. You wanna if you got a good heavyweight, uh, and I'm gonna use it in this term. I don't want nobody to get taken offensive. If you got a thoroughbred, a Kentucky Derby winner, you know, you're not. That's what you're grooming for the Kentucky Derby, for the Preakness, for the Belmont Stakes. So I don't think they will pull that fight that fast, especially because they're like when you think about American heavyweights right now, the next tier, next generation, Big Shot, Jared Anderson. Because like I said, guys like Wilder's on his back nine. Andy Ruiz, he's probably on his back now. He's still a formidable foe, but he's on his back now, man. These guys on their back now. But yeah, that'd be dope, though, Ron. Thank you for that comment, man. To take him over there, let him fight Daniel the Boys. I think he'll stop Daniel though. After watching what that dude was able to do to Daniel the Boys, but he weathered the storm. I think Jared Anderson stops him, man. I just right now I wouldn't put him in there with like the likes of guys like the Juggernaut, uh, guys like that. Yeah, yeah. To be honest with you, I might put him in there with Dylan White because Dylan White is like he's kind of like over that.
It was a donation for a woman who has spent years of her life donating her time helping others.
What is this? What is going on? This computer be bugging. Y'all hear this background noise? Let me close this, man. Yeah, this just came out of nowhere. Let me close this, man. Let me close that, man. All right, my bad. Sorry about that, man. These damn technology has a mind of its own. Yeah, sure does have the man. He's from St. Louis. He's from St. Louis. He's a St. Louis guy. St. Louis. The show me state. You know what I'm saying? That's his name too. Big Shot Shaw. Big Shot Shaw. Show me state. Yeah, he'll destroy him, Ron. He'll destroy Daniel Du Bois. I don't think they'll risk that, man. Daniel Du Bois handlers ain't gonna do that because right now he got a little bit of momentum. He got some type of form of a WBA strap. They're gonna milk him till they can milk him. But let's continue on with the fights. Let's go right down to light heavyweight. I think and me and my brother was just speaking on this. Anthony Yard, right? And I like Yard. Yard is my guy, man. Dope interview. Always shows love. Um, always shows love. And this an overall good dude, good youth, right? I don't think he's training hard enough, man. I seen a video. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, how can you tell off a video?" This I just know. I think this is like he's gonna get big money for this fight, but like you have a chance to change the course of the light heavyweight division. But I definitely want to see the winner of that fight and Bivol, man. Do undisputed, man. That's a good fight, man. Because one thing about Arthur Beterbiev, hopefully I said his last name right, King Arthur. He's getting older, man. He's an older dude already, and for all the time, is undefeated in boxing. But that's a big fight, man. Undisputed two. One is a knockout artist. I think he stopped everybody he fought, right? If I'm not mistaken, King Arthur. So that's a big fight, man. That's another big fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed. You know. Uh, I know y'all said, "Damn, you ain't say nothing about no PBC." Well, the PBC fight, like we don't get them, and that's no slight at them. Like they got a fight on the calendar, but no date yet. That's a good fight. Hopefully they come with the calendar whenever it's gonna be. It's still no date with Caleb Plant and El Rojo, David Benavidez. That's a great fight, man. That's a great fight, man. So hopefully we get the official date. Like I know they said they agreed, but still no date, right? And also I'm gonna tell you, even though I did the video on that yesterday, check it out about the boy um overlooking his opponent, Boo Boo Andrade. Him and Charlo, still a good fight, man. because the history. But it's like y'all waiting so long. Don't wait. Y'all almost in the same category with Spence and Crawford. Like y'all should have been for it. There's so many different roadblocks. But I know he was talking about that. But he got a formidable opponent this Saturday, man. Hopefully he's not overlooking dude, man. You know, hopefully he's not overlooking dude, man. That's a big fight that's been talked about for years and years, man. Love to see that fight, man. Um, moving down to the junior middleweight. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Later for I want to see uh in the junior middleweight because we all know what's going on, man. I either want to see Crawford or Spence fight Jamel Charlo, man. I mean, step up, step to the plate, man. Like you guys got to stop holding these belts hostage, holding the division hostage. And shout out to WCS. WCS was one of the original ones to say that Charlo and Spencer fight, and they should. They got countless rounds, right? But this goes to show you how unofficial dudes are, right? How unofficial dudes are. I want y'all to catch this source. I know I'm gonna get some flack for this, but like I said, one thing about me and my channel, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I always tell y'all, I don't do this for views, likes, and what's not. I just do this. This is a form of therapy for me, and I just love to speak on my source experience. Right now, this is how unofficial these dudes are. Yes, I said unofficial. Right? If you spar somebody, when you're sparring somebody, these guys got man. I don't know how many rounds of sparring each other. Right? Spawn is free. You're not paying. You're not getting paid for that, but you are taking physical punishment. You're taking punches. Yeah, granted, headgear, 16-ounce glove. You're still taking punishment. You're still doing damage to the body, right? Spencer and Charlo spawned, like I said, many, many rounds, right? Now, with both of them being one undisputed, other unified, you guys could come together and fight. And Mike Tyson even alluded to this, right? You guys can come together and fight. And that has the potential to be a big fight. And granted, having in Dallas, Texas, Spence, it seems like Spence doesn't really want to leave Dallas anymore. It seems like he has to continue to fight at Jerry's World. That'd be a big fight. Since neither one of y'all want to fight Crawford. And like, I'm at the point where unlike a lot of these other content creators and fans, I don't even like speaking on the Spence Crawford fight because it's like, yo, dog, how much time we gonna keep speaking on it, man? Like they need to just let the belts go, let the young warriors, like the Boots Ennises and the guys coming up next, man. It's their time, man. Like it doesn't make no sense that um I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Devin Haney. I'm gonna get to him in a second. But it don't make no sense for guys to damn near be 30 years old and finally get a title shot. That's sad, man. That's sad, man. That's sad. Like, wow, yo, back in the day, right? How old was Mike Tyson when he became heavyweight champion, youngest heavyweight champion in the world? Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray. These guys were young, on top of the game. They wasn't getting title shots at 28, 30. Like, come on, man. When you're that old, you're finally getting a title shot. Granted, sometimes it be like that, man, depending on your situation and how and what you had to go through to climb the ranks. But as a stud with the machine behind you, with a powerful promoter or advisor, manager, whatever you want to slice it up to be, you shouldn't have to wait that long. Like I seen, like that's why I said them dudes over there are so unofficial. I watched the interview and a Spence team member had the audacity to say that, yo, Boots will get his time. Hey, dog, man, you dudes are not official, man, when it comes to this, man. Let me get to some more of these comments. Shout out to Ron in the building. Ron said, yeah, I know I have money. I just still reminisce on Kovalo versus Yardy, my favorite fight that summer. Yeah, and Yardy ran out of gas, man. He said Spence, the subliminal messenger, King Derrick James, his sidekick. Yeah, man. I don't even like speaking on those dudes, man. They're unofficial to me, bro. They're unofficial. They're not official at all, bro. They speak about brotherhood and all this, but they actions and even their words contradict a lot of that, man. He said Rossi Alim is in the position right now, ranked number one in the WBO, ranked with two other sanctioned bodies. What weight class does he fight out of? Yeah, Tyson was 21, right, Ron? 21 years old, man. On top of the world, man. Um, this is I'm telling you, this is a big fight too, right here, right? When Devin Haney and Lomachenko finally do what they're gonna do, right? Word is Devin Haney is moving up, 122. Okay. Oh, so he's right there with is that Stevie Fulton's weight class? That's Stevie Fulton, right? I think I seen him fight on a Stephen Fulton card, man. Ah, but yeah, when Devin Haney and Lomachenko finish doing whatever they do, right? And he moves up to 140. A fight with him, 140 is cooking right now, man. 140 has if they start letting these guys fight and they put all the differences aside, right? 140 could be cooking. Okay, see, I know my stuff a little bit, Al, but hey, what do I know? What do I know, right? 140 has a chance to be cooking because you have my guy. Yeah, my guy right now, man. This laying in the wing. The last person to beat the Phenom, Boots Ennis, Gary Antoine Russell, right? Then you also have the newly crowned WBC champion, Regis Progress. Now, Regis and I don't know if they, coming to the table yet, but they're sparking it on, the social media wave, the Twitters and the different interviews, him and Tio and Tio's dad going back and forth. And shout out to my man Evans. Regis's strength and conditioning coach. So the buildup is getting there. That's a good fight. We could possibly see in 2023. But the fight, like I said, when Devin handles whatever he does and he moves up, him and Tiafimo got history. They got bad blood. That fight was supposed to happen at 135 and never happened. It could happen at 140. It could happen at 140 once Devin moves up. It could definitely happen at 140, especially if, like I said, Devin still has one more obligation with Top Rank. If he stays over there, I think he'll most likely stay with Top Rank because if you think about it, the type of exposure, granted, he's probably going to want a lot of more money now, but they probably work something out. But the type of exposure you get with ESPN, second to none. Like his fight with Gambosis when he became undisputed, I think that was like I gotta look it up, man. Somebody could look it up. You could Google search it. It was one of the highest viewed fights since one of the Crawford fights on ESPN. So that's good. Listen, that put him onto a whole nother market. You know what I'm saying? Whole nother market. And then let's get to 135. 135 right now. Listen, the fights. I know Tank is fighting this Saturday, so I'm not really gonna go in too much on Tank. But if Tank stays at 135, Shakur's campaign at 135 right now. Shakur is a two division champion, a unified champion at 130. Former silver medalist Olympian and very highly, highly respected by his peers. as seen on shout out to my man Coach Malachi True Media to Boxing Today USA. Hopefully I got that right, man. Coach got so many what's the names in it, man. And shout out to Coach, man. Definitely check Coach out today. My guy, Jahad Tucker will be on there doing an exclusive interview. Definitely check that out. You know. Oh man, Al, let me get to Al's comment. Al said, and he's with the PBC, still no shot. Yeah, man, boxing is crazy, bro. It'll be like that sometimes. Listen, it necessarily like I don't know if you know who's his management. Who's his management? Who's like who's behind him? Because your manager, right, and two, your promoter plays a pivotal role. Like if he's under, if he's with the PBC and he's under Tom Brown, he's not with Sampson or Louis. What's the other dude's name? Louis DeGecko or somebody another promoter. That might happen to him, man. You gotta have like when you're dealing with certain entities, you gotta have a strong person behind you, whether it be your promoter or manager. Because like contrary to what the narrative be from the YTC and the fans that talk boxing, discuss boxing. PBC fighters do have promoters, man. Don't 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 let them like you see all these goofballs. He's his own promoter. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not, man. You know. So that could be another a reason too, Al. You know. But yeah, I want to see Shakur, right? Um, it's gonna be hard for Shakur to get like a Tank Davis, man. Just is what it is, man. But 135 is loaded, man. You got Keyshawn. Um, yeah, but see, I seen a comment right since I'm speaking on 135. I seen a dude last night in the chat, right? That's how you know a lot of dudes they don't know nothing about boxing, man. They just know whatever gets pushed on them. This dude was speaking about Frank Martin, like he was like trying to put Frank Martin in that bracket with these guys, and I'm like, yo, dog, pump your brakes, man. He beat a fighter. This is probably his biggest win, but he knew it wasn't. He said it was Jax Marinas. Yeah, that's a fact. But he up until this point, that was a main event call for him. So Michelle Rivera, right? Yo, Michelle Rivera really played herself. Him, his team, they looked it bad to be at that level and not know how to fight a southpaw and make adjustments. But you can't tell the average boxing fan that comes on here and drinks a beer or something that man, because they don't. All they know is what they're watching. They don't know really what they're watching or nothing. You know, they really don't know. Yeah, that's a fact about your boy, right? He could fight though, man. He's a good little fighter, man. He's probably underneath. He doesn't have a big promoter. He might be underneath Tom Brown, man. And they're gonna go with their boy, man. Stevie Fulton's their boy. They've been grooming Stevie Fulton. You know, they've been putting him in position for a couple years now. He's a unified champion. He's their guy. You know, he's their guy, man. But right now, listen, 140. Contrary to what everybody's speaking on, the fights are at 140 right now, especially when Tiafimo jumps up there. The fights are at 135. 147 is stagnated right now, man. That's why I said the best bet is for dudes to just move up, move around, man. 'Cause like we don't even know. I see. Shout out to the boxing voice. The boxing voice and a lot of fans are speculating about Earl Spence and Keith Thurman, right? That could be next. I want to go on record and say, like, man, look how sad this is, right? Spence is on record saying he would never fight Keith Thurman, right? Granted, Keith Thurman only got one loss, right, to Manny Pacquiao. They pretty much beat the same people. Thurman was a unified champion. He just didn't have all three belts like Spence, well, three of the four belts, but he was a unified champion, right? You're talking about these guys like Keith Thurman is on his back now. They're giving us this fight now as fans, but fans are just so. And I see. I'm not gonna put the person's name out there, but um, he was like they could do that because he was like boxing fans they will accept anything. Only thing you got to do is get the right people. He was like, basically what he was telling me was, boxing fans are like the radio. You know how the radios are programmed to play certain music, and it's like a pattern to hypnotize you. He said basically that's what boxing fans are like. If the right people speak on certain fights and promote the fights and market the fights, the fans would be so entrenched they won't even see the bigger picture. Like, nah, this we don't want this. This is overcooked. They just go with it. That's a fact, Al. Nobody does, man. Regis is a threat, man. Regis is dangerous at 140, man. He's very much dangerous. He's a live wire. Regis is live at 140, man. What he did to Jose Cepeda, man, that was a vicious knockout, man. A vicious knockout stoppage or whatever you want to call it. It was vicious though, man. I think, right? I know T.O. and his dad is talking that ish. I don't think they want that action right now, just as of yet. It's too risky, man. You know? It's too risky, man. Ron says, I'll give it to Lopez, even though I think he's delusional. He has built his fan base up. Yeah, he does. Yo, listen, later for his fan base, bro. He got an endorsement deal with Bud Light, man. You know that's why he's delusional, bro. The type of money he's getting from his sponsorship and endorsement. Listen, he has, I rock with them a little something, something. Um, Let me see if I got that video on here. I throw that video up at one point where he was chopping it up with Jihad and he was giving us some gems, right? But he also has an endorsement sponsorship deal with Monster Energy drink, bro. Dude is on some next level, bro. He's getting stuff that a lot of fighters that are older than him, that are more I can't even say more decorated, because at one point he was one belt away from being undisputed, and some people was even calling him undisputed. So he's been decorated, if that makes any sense, right? Well, let me try to find that video I was talking about, man. Yeah, shout out to him and his pops, man. They had a plan, and they came through with it, man. They had a plan, and I got the receipts on that, man. I play the receipts every once in a while.
Yo, this is Jackal Fitness. I'm here with the victorious coach and the new. That's right, man. Yo, just speak on it, man. You always talked about greatness with your son, man. World champion after how many fights?
I tell everybody we're gonna get the title with 15 fights. But
Yes.
we told Mason Menard.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get Lomachenko with 16 fights.
Ooh. Yeah, he was in the building tonight, man. Yeah, we was in the stands, man. A lot of people said that after what they seen what he did to Comey, that Lomachenko might be a little nervous, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I don't care, man. We're gonna catch him, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch him.
Talk on the pops.
He's gonna get popped.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be able to freaking take that power.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's too small, man.
Yeah.
And come April, I'm gonna say the same thing.
Yo, just describe, man. You hear the noise in the background, man. You was a fighter coming up, DNA.
Yeah, shout out to Team Lopez, man. Shout out to, like I said, shout out to Team Lopez. Always showing love and passing and chopping it up. That was, they had a plan. They so far they're on stage two probably now. Maybe even I would say stage three because that's after they beat Comey. Then they caught Lomachenko with stage two. Now, they at 140. Yo, man, Lopez, outside of boxing, the stuff that he got outside of boxing, as far as endorsement like Monster Energy drink and Bud Light, it's big, man. It's big, big. I think the only other fighter that's on that type of level with him, young like that, is Ryan Garcia. Doesn't Ryan Garcia got Gatorade, right? He got Gatorade. Those are major non-boxing corporations. Like you got fighters that got like sponsorships with like Everlast and Box Raw and all that, but those are boxing outfits. You want to get like I said, he got Bud Light. What is that? Amheiser Busch? Did I say that right? Did I say that right, man? Man, Amheiser Busch, and then he got the Monster Energy drink. Like I said, Ryan got Gatorade. These are major outfits other than boxing. Like, a lot of fighters got like little small joints, like I said, with Box Raw or rival boxing gloves and things like that. But like you want to get it like how the NBA players have. You know how like, boom, I'm gonna use my man. I'm gonna use these two for example, right? Um, because they're probably like, well, I'll use three. They're probably like three of the biggest, right? Number one, Shaq. Yo, Shaq has the general. Uh, the list just goes on with Shaq. Shaq is in so many different commercials and sponsorships with so much stuff outside of basketball. LeBron got Sprite. The list just goes on. Look at Steph Curry. Steph Curry's another one. Subway. That's the type of joints you're trying to get, and that's what me and my team be discussing with Jihad, man. That's what we after, man. You know, it's bigger than just boxing, man. You gotta, and that's what I think I like about and watching that interview. Yeah, Papa John's, Icy Hot. Thanks, Al. And I think that's what I like about Floyd Schofield Sr. and Floyd Jr., man. Because they see the bigger picture. They see what a fighter is. See, a lot of these fighters, right? They dropped the ball, man. They dropped the ball. They was, like I said, they did they it is what it is, man. So and if you pay attention too, right? A lot of the older fighters, they're jealous of the younger fighters, especially the younger fighters that's getting to it outside the ring and seeing real money. They're jealous, man. Because, like I said, they missed their opportunity, man. Shout out to Q in the building. Happy New Year's, brother. They missed their opportunity, man. So, like I said, Tiafimo gets a lot of hate, bro, because he's getting to the bag. Trust and believe that, man. I could call up one of his team members right now. You heard? He's getting to the bag. I know. I seen the dude like I'm gonna start getting back more on that, like jumping on more panels. Even if I stay on for like maybe 5, 6 minutes, I'm gonna start jumping on more panels and educating and talking about a lot of shit behind the scenes because dudes don't be really knowing. Like I be around it. I know. Like I see the dude, right? I had to shut him down. He was like, "Oh, Tio's last fight, he fought in front of a circus crowd in Vegas." And I was like, when he said that, I laughed. I was like, LOL. I said, watch where his next fight is at. Because I already knew the score that he was about to fight at Madison Square Garden in December. But you so worried about them grooming him and warming him up in a new weight class. This is boxing. He fought at the Mecca now. He fought at the Mecca, Madison Square Garden headline. And a lot of people said he lost that fight to Sir, what is this? Sander Martin. He really did. He was folding that man up. Did I post that picture? Do I got that picture up here? Let me see. Let me look at my Rolodex, man. He was hitting that man. He had that man in the corner folding. Let me see if I got it on here, man. I will throw it up for you. I know it's on here. He was folding that man up in the corner here it goes right here. I want to give y'all a good one though. He was folding this man up, man. Every time T.O. hit him, right? Every time T.O. hit him, right? Yeah, he was folding. He was folding, man. See, TV doesn't show you that, man. You got to be in the arena. He was folding this man like lunch meat. How my man say? That's Cedric the Entertainer on the Threats, on the Jay-Z joint, Threats. Yo, T.O. was folding that man like lunch meat, man. That's why he was running. He didn't even want to bang with T.O., man. T.O. was hitting him, cracking him. He didn't want to bang. And yeah, it surprised me because Sander Martin is the natural 140. But he ain't want that action that night, man. Yes, that's images by the source. You know, images by the source right there. But yeah, let's just see what unfolds, man. 2023, man. I'm telling you, and I gotta put this out there to let y'all know. Please stop saying that the Spence Crawford fight is the biggest fight in boxing because it's not. The biggest fight in boxing to be made is Usyk Tyson Fury. That is for undisputed at heavyweight. And so too with the heavyweights, the sport goes. Listen, I guarantee you, if and I want y'all to catch this source, man. This is for educational purposes only. Because too many, like I said, YTCers, content creators, bloggers, fans, we lose sight of the bigger picture, right? If an investor has a chance to invest in Spence Crawford fight or the Usyk Fury fight, there's a couple people in here. Who do you think the investor is going to invest in? Spence Crawford or Usyk Fury? These are both two undisputed fights, and we seen the type of the money, right? That when Wilder and Fury fought 3 times, right? Only for one belt. You seen the type of the revenue that generated, right? Joshua and Usyk fought twice in the Middle East. 40 million, 20-something million. Mad bread. Who are the investors going to invest in? Are they going to invest in a Usyk Fury fight or a Spence Crawford fight? See, that's what the fans got to start understanding. I know you guys want to see the fight of Spence Crawford. Nobody's really investing in it, man. And to be honest, why is that? Because maybe the money's not there. Maybe the audience that wants to see that fight doesn't really support boxing. Things that make you go, Hopefully y'all are catching the source, man. You know, like I said, that's the biggest fight, man. And they're gonna make that fight. Watch. Listen, whenever I think Fury might have had surgery or something, whenever he's ready to go and Usyk's ready to go, watch how fast that fight gets made. It's not gonna be no roadblocks. See, Spence Crawford has been so many roadblocks because it's not really a big fight, man. It's a big fight on YouTube amongst guys that talk boxing on YouTube every day. But in the industry, in the actual boxing world, it was a big fight. It could have been a big fight, but they just kept, I don't know, they killed it, man. They killed it, man. And look, you know what it is too. They didn't really kill it. They don't want to make it, man. They want to give us that watered down Kool-Aid, a Thurman Spence fight. Now, come on, man. That's like going to the bar asking for a double shot, right? And they put it on the rocks and give you mad rocks. You're like, yo, I just said a double shot. I don't want that on no ice. That fight is watered down, man. Now, Spence and Thurman. Hopefully y'all catching this sauce, man. Hopefully y'all catching this sauce, man. But the two biggest fights I want to see are both in the heavyweight, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Even though we didn't get it when we needed to get it, I would still love to see Wilder knock Anthony Joshua out, man. I would still love to see that. And I know, listen, but the powers that be, I know they wouldn't even make that. They're not gonna let that fight happen, man. They can have both of those fights over there in the UK, man. The UK fans will come out. That fight, those fights would be crazy, crazy. I know Wilder wish, like, remember when they offered Wilder? I gotta say alleged. Remember they offered him 120 million, man. He was gonna fight Dominic Brazil for 20 million, and he was gonna fight Joshua for 50 and 50. It was with a rematch clause. Man, he should have took it, bro. He left so much money on the table, man. I know they trying to say he got. I know they trying to say he got 20 million to fight his sparring partner that he just fought at the Barclays last year. But look how his pay-per-view bombed, bro. And they gave out, man, they gave out so many complimentary tickets that night, man. Just to try to have the arena looking filled out. So like that lets you know right there, like Wilder, he's a commodity that's on the decline now, man. I know y'all gonna say, granted, oh, it was his first comeback fight. Nah, that's why him and Anthony Joshua need to fight, man. You know, while there's still a little something there. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Salute to the chat, man. Once again, thank you, Al Money, for that $2 super sticker. Appreciate that. It goes a long way to growing the channel. Like, share, subscribe. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, I said I was gonna switch it up, right? I was gonna do a pound for pound list, but I seen that was a buzzer. So I said, y'all gonna come on and say some of the fights that we need to see in 2023, man. And that's just a few of them, man. Like I said, man, Charlo and Spence, man, listen, because y'all not gonna fight Bud. So why don't y'all two fight, man? It makes sense, man. Y'all spar for free for years on years. Now y'all both in positions of power as far as with belts and a name. Y'all can flood Texas Stadium out, man. Jerry's World. Big fight, man. But you know, y'all ain't official, man. Like Mike Tyson said, man. If you really my friend, right? But see, y'all really ain't friends. Y'all don't really rock with each other. If you really my friend, you're gonna want to see me get money. You're gonna want to see me get money together. We can get money together. We're gonna close on that, man. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce. Real friends get money together. Real family builds together. Zaga, yaga. You know the vibes. Ahala.
Hey, you guys. A shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast. You guys enjoy it. It's a good one.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.